Hi, welcome to my video, Raising Your Voice or Yelling at Someone. I'm Carl Torsbens, author, short story, and former deputy warden. Have you ever noticed when you talk to someone, your voice actually gets louder and more forceful? When you argue with someone, do you automatically raise your voice, begin to yell at people? It may be time to examine your behavior. This kind of behavior is not helpful in getting your job done, gaining compliance with your orders. One must control your tone and volume of voice at all times to avoid misunderstandings, confrontations, or unnecessary arguments. Raising your voice is not helpful or healthy. It creates stress and tension that is created and often escalated into conflict. Therefore, it's extremely crucial and important that you are aware of your voice tone and volume at all times in order to reduce stress, anxiety, and conflict in the workplace or anywhere else you may be engaged in controversial conversations. Are you the type of person that automatically increases your voice so that can create a situation in your favor by being a dominant speaker? If so, you may be damaging your ability to be a better communicator and getting compliance more effectively. Shouting, yelling, or raising your voice is a sign of force that may be interpreted as aggression or coercion into compliance. Although some situations may dictate or prescribe this situation or conduct, it's important you adjust accordingly. Raising your voice invites interruptions. Interruptions create broken hints of communication and impairs listening skills or attempts. This is more intense when two people shouting or yelling at each other of different gender, as one might take this as an act to dominate the other. Remember, sometimes interpreted into as a control mechanism. Regardless of the situation, yelling, shouting, or screaming is taken as a sign of aggression that invites physical confrontations. It also justifies the use of force by some, as they take this as a first step of aggression or assault and intervene with physical force, preempted by the threat of being struck or hit by the other person. Therefore, it's important you regulate your voice or volume or tone that does not imply aggressive behavior or dominance over the other person. One can identify a bully as a person that yells or shouts at others to get them under control and dominate their actions. The louder the voice, the higher the intensity of anger is created. Think about that. The higher the intensity. Regardless of intent, yelling or raising your voice is a method used to control the situation and download to the other person. They have to listen to what's being said in order for the situation to be resolved. However, the actions of engaged in yelling or shouting are often misunderstood and create high levels of negative feelings. Thus, this in turn tells them they don't have to listen and comply with any words or directives given under such situation. Good interpersonal communication skills require sound emotional control. One must practice to be calm and relaxed under such conditions to be an effective communicator. Learning how to control the situation and gaining the upper hand in such potentially violent situations takes a lot of practice and self-control and does wonders on sensitive subjects such as respect and disrespect of the other's feelings or situations. Things to avoid. Avoid deliberate sarcasm, injecting personal opinions, bringing in race or color or creed or other discriminatory thoughts. Create deliberate disagreements, known as poking the bear. Eliminate options before considering them. Deny solutions or recommendations before considering, and creating a one-way conversation. As always, I appreciate your viewing my videos. Be safe. Take care of each other.